Hello and welcome back to Arsenal Domination, where I want to welcome you to episode 3 in this series of Arsenal Summer Transfer Window. The playlist for the other two and future videos is linked below, but today I want to talk about the defenders, and as always I think you have to start with the exits. I think most of the defence will stay. I think it's fairly obvious: Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, White. We don't want to move them on, but I think there is question marks about a few of them. Tierney is obviously going here to Celtic. And Tomiyasu is injured till December, so he, even if Arsenal want to sell him, is not a viable sell option this summer, so he will remain part of the squad. So I think really the question marks remain over Jakub Kiwior and Zinchenko, and what do you do with them? I think given Arsenal's other needs and the amount of work they need to do this window, I think one of them staying is inevitable. My view on this would be it's a question of which one can you sell. Um, and I think Jakub Kiwior is the man for me that should go. He's had an excellent time replacing Gabriel after his injury. I think he's been brilliant. And I said just when he was having struggles in a couple of games when he was in and out of the side earlier in the season, but we shouldn't necessarily judge him on that. It's very hard coming in as a defender. You're not playing regularly to sort of play at your best. And I think he showed what he's capable of. And I think that will have attracted a market for him and will have increased his value substantially. And I think as a result of that, that should be the option we look to sell. I think Zinchenko's market is much smaller, but I also think his versatility of being able to cover left back, where I think he actually did well this season. You don't want him playing against the best sides, but against sides with a low block, I think he's a really still viable option to play there, as well as his ability to play midfield is important. So I think that's why I would sell Kiwior. But I think in doing so, you're going to need to bring in another defender, or else Arsenal leave themselves one short at the back. And you have to sort of look at the options there. And I don't think Arsenal should be afraid to spend significantly in this area. And I think there's sort of several options. If Arsenal want to get to the night side, there are players like Diamonde, who out of Portugal. I think he is a very versatile, strong, athletic right back with a high upside. But another Portuguese defender I really, really like is Silva. He is developing really, really nicely, has Champions League experience, and I think is a really good sort of, particularly cover defender, but is not bad in the air either, and I really sort of admire him. I think they are two options. But I think the man I would really like to see us go for would be João Hato, the Ajax defender. He can cover left back and left centre half. I think he, again, is a young up-and-coming defender, would accept a squad role here with a massively high upside. And I think he will start sort of hitting his prime as a left centre-half when Gabriel starts to decline. And I think that makes him the ideal one. So Arsenal, I think, not much work to do in defence. I think it's one in, one out for me there. Hato, my man. And I will come back tomorrow to cover the midfielders. I'll speak to you soon.